Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brickstop Live. I'm Jason, your host, and we have Jim in the house as well, per usual.
Thanks, dude. Back home in the Lego den, so I'm happy.
Sweet. Right on, right on. All right, so we're just going to jump into it. Today we're talking about Lego Arctic. And Lego has done a lot of Arctic stuff over the years, but this was the first time they attempted it. In, I believe, 2000. Is it 2000 when this came out? Yep, year 2000.
Yep.
Before everything went completely.
That's why it looks good, because it's just on the edge.
Before the world changed as we know it, Lego was making Arctic sets. So this is what we're going to be talking about. We got a couple of people in the house. We got Chris Jones.
Evening, Chris.
One of the regs. We got Spacer Nate. Hello. Is anybody making a Bricklink design purchase tomorrow? Let's circle back on that question. If a couple more people jump into the live, I am not, but that's just because I'm a poor. I'm a brokey, so I don't have that cash. I would probably pick up Dustmark Keep though if I had to choose. That's the one I think I would go with.
Yeah, me too. I like that.
Coconut Cape is mint as well.
Yeah.
Those designs they did are very nice.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Jim?
I love them both. really like them both. I've been looking at them. I love the fact that the one you just referenced, the pirate one, comes with the 3 different flag stickers for Armada, red or blue. That's a nice touch. That's just that's nice to be seen in that way. But it's Bricklink, isn't it? So yeah, they're all good builds. I think, but the dust, the castle and the sand. I think that's different. So it's cool that got through. That reminds me of something you'd build actually, Jason. That one.
Oh yeah.
Got like kind of because we've only because when we talk about classic castle factions sometimes we drift off in the lore about what would happen if they went overseas on the boats and whatnot. And so that's what we envision. But I can see you making something. Anyway, it's cool.
For anyone,
but I won't be buying anything. I'm skint. I've spent all my money on real Lego. So
we kind of cooked on that Bricklink design program. For anyone who is curious about what we're talking about, jumping in now. We got a couple of people now. Yeah, man, it is funny. And you mentioned the flags on Coconut Cape. I know we're not here to talk about Bricklink design, but it is a fun little rabbit hole. And they did that for the big ship one last time. What was that one called? I don't remember the name of the ship, but you could switch it.
Yeah.
You could switch it to 3 different factions, I think. Pirates, blue coats. Yeah. So they're keeping in line with that for the Coconut Cape set as well, which is pretty cool. It is funny that like Bricklink design program sets and just the whole concept has really embraced what it seems like most people want Lego to be doing anyway. Making sets that have like interchangeable flags and factions, creating locations for the factions that they've only thrown into their random creator sets. Like it is an interesting topic. Maybe we should have a show just talking about.
Yeah, you do.
Just
answer to the fans a bit more. There is an oversaturation risk, but generally speaking, it's nice what they come up with. Maybe Disney should do that with Star Wars, and they should get fans to write good Star Wars films.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's funny because it's like it's this sort of like Lego Ideas hybrid sort of limited edition thing, but it's like just hire. I mean, they actually make more money than official Lego designers doing the Bricklink design program. But it's like hire the people that are good designers that are clearly making sets that people want to buy and just make them as full produced sets on lego.com. Like put them on the shelves. People want a giant Lego castle. People want 50 Lego castle sets. Like, the Pirates, the Forts, they want
little sets.
Yeah. So it's like, and it's non-licensed. And I think that's a big thing people want too. We're tired of the licensed stuff and it's just getting worse. So it's funny to see that, like, I guess it makes sense too though, because it's all designed by fans. Like the Lego designers are like, drinking in the licenses and dumping out sets of like all these random like soccer players and basketball stuff, like just all of the Pokemon, all the licenses. And then the the fan designers are like, we're doing castle and pirates, and we're doing trains and Wild West, and like it's all coming, and they're just selling, and they're millions and millions of dollars are being generated by these fan designs for Lego, but Lego won't touch it. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's I don't even know.
It's like not being able to admit that, like, it's like they think their finger's on the pulse best, but like the truth showing itself, but they just can't admit it, so they just double down. Where
feels like it
recently? I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't know any Lego news that would even reflect that. I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks, Spacer, for derailing the entire conversation. No, I really that's a good question.
Good question, because I have been seeing him. To be fair, I'm glad he asked.
Well, and also like it's a good topic. We can talk about Lego Bricklink Design Program another time. I think it would be good. So Joe Hardy says yes, he's picking up the Dustmark Keep. Crusaders in the house. Hello. Dustmark Keep like a fool, says Josh. Hello, everyone, says Illinois Central Brick. Welcome to the show. Chris Jones says he will be as well. Well, you gotta drop your picks, bro. What are you picking up?
Chris, what are you getting?
Can't just be like.
That means both of them.
Let's see. I kind of want to change it to Wolfpack, but they have. I mean, they have the Wolfpack one. Well, they did. I mean, I guess it's not available anymore, but it could be. Yeah. What I like about it, the Dustmark Keep in particular, is a purple. I know I'm doing the Crescent Order like classic purple.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I just like seeing color in a castle, and I find it funny that like people hold like the Black Falcon's Winter one, whatever, as like one of the best fan designed Lego set castles of all time. And I'm like, dude, Dustmark Keep looks way more interesting to me. It's got more dynamics, it's got color, it's got interest in terrain. Exactly, its own identity. So anyway, all right. So yeah, that's about it. Spacer says I need counseling.
Dude.
I'm not sure why I want that Dustmark Keep so much. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of almost like a fantasy castle. Like you'd almost fantasize about looking at the back of that box and seeing the array of minifigs it comes with. And again, you can buy all those minifigs off a Bricklink or a brick set, right? Or what is it? Lego Pick a Brick, right? And you can spend like maybe $40 or $50 or less and get all the figs that come in that set. So it's not really a good selling point for these things, like because the figs are all available to get other places. But it is really cool to like just look at that one page when you're clicking through and just see all of those Serpent Knights, and then like the little wagon and the little prisoners and the other like civilians and stuff it comes in. It's like it is kind of like a perfect sort of array of like castle, like Lego castle. So I think it's pretty cool. Arctic, yes, we are getting on this. Let's see. How do you pronounce this guy's name? I'm gonna let you do that.
Zapper.
Zapper. We got the cat. Got it. Okay. Watch the last. Let's talk about Lego Arctic episode this morning, and somehow found myself on eBay buying a couple.
That show's brutal, man. That show will make you spend money. Trust me.
Oh man! So you're jumping now, and now you're jumping onto the Arctic one with the Brickstop Live show.
That's it. You know where to be.
Thoughts on the new Minas Tirith need to be its own video, Steve?
Yes, I think so. It
will.
Really too much. Good question.
Maybe we'll do like, it could be a Lord of the Rings video, or it could just be a kind of like a top, like I don't know, castles or buildings or something video, or we could just specifically talk about that. But yeah, it's too much to talk about in the Arctic one. Yeah, the locomotive one is pretty cool. The Bricklink Design Program one. So, all right, moving on from that. That was just a quick little spot. It's good to note that it is tomorrow, I guess, that those are going on sale. So pick those up if you want them. Dustmark Keep, Coconut Cape. There's two other ones. I think there's a hot air balloon or something. I don't know. Let's see. Christian says, I know it's not cool, but I have loads of Bricklink designer sets, and I have enjoyed making all of them. I mean, I think it's cool. I tried to get my sets to become those. Like I was trying. So I think it's cool. I've built 3 of them. So I have been able to pick up 3, I think, over the years. I think that's it though. My buddies picked up several of them too. Like, I mean, they are really fun, and it's Bricklink design sets are their own thing. Like they're a little bit more like wild than like your standard, Lego set you pick up at the Lego store.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's what it is. The Thing inspired. Yeah, we were just saying about that before we came on. Archeolego. I was supposed to say it like archaeologist, aren't I? Archeolego. I like that.
Yeah.
And then Josh is saying, I will say that Dustmark feels the other big thing we want from Castle, aka not just Green Forest, something different. Yeah. It's cool. It makes it seem like that Snake Knight traveled really far to get to the Horse Knight's castle.
Yeah, maybe he's not like, an enemy attacking it or something like that. He's an envoy. Yeah, like coming to bring some message or something. Yeah. All right, so 2000. Yeah. 2000, the year 2000, we're back in it. Arctic. It is considered a sub-theme of town, but there's no indication on any of the marketing that it was a town theme. It's just modern, so they put it in town.
Yeah.
Most
like Divers, I see it like that, like all those kind of ones where it's current day life, but like it's got its own special theme. And I mean, I just love this for loads of reasons. It brushes shoulders with space really heavily in terms of its parts. Obviously, you could just look at this and decode it into Ice Planet with very little effort. Maybe you can't get that octagon panel in Transneon that you can see there, but you get what I'm saying. These blue slopes, with or without those stickers, could be brought into Ice Planet carefully. I like that as well. Not to just immediately discount what it actually is. What it actually is wonderful. No. But my head just goes to my favorite classic factions with these parts. But it's brilliant, and I'm sure as we get into the sets, we'll uncover some of the cool. I know there's a lot of larger pieces going on, big panels and big slopes, but there's some cool features and stuff. So it'll be interesting when we get a bit further in. Caterpillar tracks and stuff starting to come into it and stuff. So it's cool. I like it a lot.
Totally. No, I think you got some good points there. There's lots going for it, and there's lots going for maybe mocking or changing over into like a sci-fi or something like that too. So lots of good stuff here. Yeah, so there's a lot of like before Lego just slapped city in front of the title of the theme, there was a lot of themes that didn't have that, and it was just the low. Divers was one you mentioned. Arctic, I think, is another one. Where it was just a standalone. I always considered it. It's like it's not city. Like city or town is police stations and like little
Outback we did not long ago.
Outback is similar. That one actually is a good example. That one and Paradisa even like it's Paradisa is technically like modern day, right? It's like bougie, rich people with like stables and beachfront property. But they weren't considered like town. It's interesting, but now looking back, I mean they're all grouped under sub theme of town or whatever. So someone said it was a good 1.5 theme. Someone said that in the chat. Who was that? I think it was Josh. Josh? So it was a nice little theme and a half kind of a thing going on there. Anyway, so
I like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this one first. This is kind of funky. These are very low quality. This is the best image I could find, and it's interesting because we have 6576, the sledge, and what's the other one there? 6570 snowmobile. These are unreleased Arctic sets. They didn't come out, but they have instructions online.
These are ace, both these.
I know. Men. Aren't they cool?
Celestial sled, anyone? I mean,
I know.
Great.
They both have the little boxes too. One's got on the back, and then look at the logo. It's hard. I'm sorry if it's blurry and hard to see, but there's it's like a little medical logo with a polar bear over it on the sled or on the on the sledge. So it's like almost like a search and rescue like team.
Yeah.
Totally fantastic additions to Lego Arctic.
Absolutely gutted. Oh well, though you can still build them, so that's really sick. Both those are solid. Like it's the twin cockpit thing with this one, with this sled one. It's just it's quirky and cool anyway. But give me two minifigs on the set, mint. I like it.
Yeah. So I don't know why they weren't released. I don't know the story behind it. It just says it was not released. This was not released on.
Perhaps they had too many and they had to cut some fat, and this was what they sacrificed because they didn't want.
Maybe. Yeah, it could have been that. They look kind of polybag, scale.
That the sled one does, but
yeah. Yeah,
I think
don't know.
6570 is too big to be polybag. That would be a £5.
Maybe, yeah, you're probably right on that one. I think the polybag one was the littler one called Snow Scooter.
There's a little one in there. Yeah, we just
Here, we'll pull that one up.
But those are really interesting. So you had to dig a bit for them. How did you come to hear that those existed in the?
No, I mean they were. I dug around to get slightly better images, but they are listed on Brickset. So if you look up Lego Arctic 2000, it'll pop up as unreleased on Brickset. So
really interesting.
Yeah, Mansley.
So I mean, 6577 here is just so sick. The using the chainsaw is like to imply the backwards treads, the rear treads is very cool and totally transportable into space as well. So that's good.
Yeah, and I like the fuselage here. You know, it's been seen many times in many different forms, so it's fun to see it here again in orange. This one, go ahead.
I was going to say the little spider scene. I like the little tiny mini base. It's cool.
I think it's the only piece of terrain in the entire theme, besides like I guess the base we'll get to has a little bit, but it's mostly not. It's like snow with the base like put on top of it. But like this is the only little terrain piece I think we have, and we have a radioactive blue transparent spider, which kind of comes into the theme of this whole. The theme of this whole theme is meteors falling into the Arctic areas with like these radioactive alien spiders and creatures that are different transparent colors, and that's where you lean a little bit into, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
Even to the point, and I should have pulled the magazine where they actually talked about this because there is a snippet of a Lego magazine where they talk about the designers took inspiration from The Thing to design some of these sets. So it is actually like it's official, like that they did. Obviously, they couldn't make a Lego theme of The Thing.
No. But it's
especially,
You can have an alien spider, but you can't have people
exactly
splitting in half and stuff.
I mean, even to the extent that the thing came out of the space and there's a crash like ship and he was in ice and the whole thing. So like it's definitely a whole thing. Literally a whole thing. But
no, it's cool.
Yeah. So just like any good Lego theme back then, they had a couple of different factions within the Arctic. You got the guys in the green suits and the guys in the blue and black suits, and I don't know if they represent different things. And then the pilots are in red. I think and this I guess would be, now that I'm looking at it, probably one of the hardest minifigs of all time to acquire. I don't know if they ever produced that hood in red. So I just realized that because this is a medic. So medics and pilots, I believe, were wearing red.
So he'd have been the special.
Yeah, that's the special one there. So we'll get into it a little more. We'll see more different characters, but a couple of different minifigs here, black and blue, and then the green guys. So I don't know what they represent for sure, but we'll kind of see if the theme kind of shows us running through this what they're up to in the scenes, and we'll see if there's something there. But so this little one, I believe at the top here, it came out in two different versions. I think maybe it was a box and a polybag, but it was called Snow Scooter, I believe, in both. Yeah, Snow Scooter. One was 6626 and one was 6577. So I don't know what the difference is there, but it's the same set basically. So and then you have a little these are little what is this thing called? We got Polar Explorer, that's the terrain piece, and you got the Ice Surfer.
The little ball socket connection there. That's interesting.
Yeah, you got the Paradisa sail in a different print. I believe it's the same size as the.
Might try and use that for a fisherman raft or something. Sorry, for a forestman raft or something.
Yeah. The ball and socket thing. Yeah, I mean, because they fit in those little things.
Yeah, because they go upside down, then use the bar at the top. Never thought of that, to be fair. That's cool. Yeah, no, I really like all these builds are really nice. Like they serve their purpose. Like, it might not be like my favorite theme in the world, but like I appreciate a good build that suits its theme when I see one. And these are all pretty cool, man. It's good range of different stuff for the entry price level.
Yeah. Premise not great, but the sets are fun and very well designed. I like the premise. It adds that charm of Lego. Like there's something else going on. I mean, now the current ones, I think a lot of them are just like, we're just like observing the wildlife.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like, I think what I like about it maybe is also it kind of mirrors, I think it was 1999 Spaceport, where there was like asteroids with gems and stuff in them, or crystals.
Yeah.
And then it's the same like mold, but in transparent blue. And so it's like, I don't know, it kind of had this consistency running through some of the sub-town, sub-themes of town. So,
no, I agree with that.
Green are pilots and red are medics, vets, potentially blue and black look like foot explorers and mechanics. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So then the logo design is peak. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's so cool.
Great.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Kind of like that piece as well. If you look at the shape of it, there's like a flag piece with clips that's a bit kind of like that shape. If you know the
yeah. Wait, sorry, what was that?
The shape of he's just mentioned about the Arctic logo being peak. The shape of it's a bit like a Lego piece, one of those clip-on flag pieces.
It is, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Or the like the solar dish kind of pieces from like the Explorians.
Yes, of course, yeah, as well, yeah.
Josh says we would have been fun if they leaned into cavemen and dinosaurs. You could have done a lot. Yeah, well, they did later. Great. They did later. Like, there's a whole theme of Lego Arctic, like from 2015, 14, maybe a little later. Maybe it's a little later, 16, 17. All the stuff. Instead of like asteroids and aliens, it's frozen prehistoric animals. So there's like 2 sets with saber-toothed tigers, a set with a mammoth, and like a couple of other random little like fossilized mosquitoes and ice core drillings and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. And then a couple still come with polar bears and things like that. So that was a little later down the train, a little later on down the road. Cool. So yeah, Josh. So they did lean into that a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot that could have been done, and we always see that with these. But
as always.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. Here's a little bigger of a set.
Nice. Solar Snooper.
Yep, pretty much.
Not
it's called the Polar Scout, so close.
Not the Snooper, sorry, that's the big one. The little one, you know the one I mean. It's very similar to the little Space Police one with the rock on the back. This is great. Apart from, is that an all-in-one molded bottom bit? I'm not dead keen on them.
Which one? The black skis?
Yeah, I mean, it looks great, but it's just like...
yeah, it's not my favorite part. It also has...
That would have been a lot of music.
Yeah. You can see very obvious stickers, too, which is kind of interesting, because these are photographs. This was before they rendered everything. Yeah, so there's photographs of actual photographs. Yeah.
It still looks better, though. Still, an actual photograph is still preferable. I love it.
I think so, yeah. We got one of the orbs here. We got a transparent scorpion coming out and a polar bear. Now, the polar bear mold is really cool. It's very similar to the horse from this time, the classic horse. It's not super crazy detail, but it's got some nice little...
It's cool.
Yeah, it's got a similar like neck movement and everything. I just wish they had done this polar bear in classic brown.
Yeah,
because it wouldn't have been fun to have a couple of those in your castles, like in the woods. Just a couple of brown bears. So.
Maybe it's just gonna have to be a polar bear that comes and threatens some wolf pack that's somewhere in the ice.
Yeah, I guess you could have a fun scene where like there's somebody painting it white in like a castle scene where he's like got a paintbrush. It's like a circus bear, but he's painting it white. Put it out in the courtyard. That'd be
that'd be funny. But I know what you mean. The mold's lovely, isn't it? So it would have been
cool.
Perfect for the little movable neck. I like it.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's another
build. It's cool.
Yeah. Here's another little blue and black dude doing some more exploring with his little vehicle here. There's no means of mobility on this vehicle, so I don't know really how it actually moves. It's just skis. There's no treads or any kind of jet or anything on it.
Yeah. So I think you're sort of supposed to believe that it's sort of
yeah. So my brother didn't like it because my brother was all into building all the like vehicles, and making sure they looked cool. So this makes sense because you got the little chainsaw or the saw blade to make the track. That works. This one has a sail, but then you get to here, and it's just like
This one is just like,
he just scoots around.
hey, you want to be here with me forever because I can't go anywhere unless it's landslide.
Yeah.
Maybe they just drop him off at the top and they meet him at the bottom.
Yeah. It's like, it's just a gravity thing.
Kia Lego is saying the polar bear is just perfect old style Lego design language. Looks like Lego. Peak. And
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. We're like we were just saying, yeah, you're right on the money there. It does. That right there is Lego. That hopefully the buffalo would have looked the same in the sort of prototypes and all that stuff. You know, could have had some cool stuff.
I'm with you, man. Unpainted. I almost read unpaid animals.
No,
probably that too. Yeah, unpaid animals. Let's see. Oh, what do we got here? I only are Archero Lego, Archaeologer Lego, whatever. I only own the Arctic Expedition set. 6573. Really cool track vehicle. Awesome set on a budget. Yeah, my grandma got me that for Christmas, and I lost the instruction book. But I love this set. So we're gonna pop over to here. This one was kind of the odd one out for me. I don't know if it showed up slightly later than the rest. I think it came out in the same wave, but like for some reason, this one always kind of felt like the one that was like kind of off on a different page or something in the catalog. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, it's probably in the main. Let's check this here. I mean, it's probably in the main poster.
No.
Right? No.
Exactly.
No.
There's one over there. Go back to it.
So maybe that. Is it? Yeah, I don't think it is on the main poster. See, so it's almost like it feels like a limited or special edition set to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, but we got it's a cool set. I finally picked it up. It was like I think I got the whole series of these, but I think this one of the ones I kind of bought separately, sort of later, kind of a thing. So and this guy's got a blue hood. See, the minifig in this is different. Blue and black, right? The blue and black guy, he's got a blue hood. So like they don't do as many of the blue hoods. So usually the black and blue guys wear the black hoods.
Black,
right? See, look at this guy. It's a new minifig. He's got a blue.
Yeah, I've got a few of these blue hoods. I have them for the Ice Planet guys inside the base sometimes.
Nice, I like that.
But actually, the black would probably work for someone. But no, I didn't realize it was only in this set or not coming up.
I think it's only in this. I don't know that it comes up.
It
could. I could be wrong, but we'll keep our eyes out on.
Well, no, it's subtle with these things, isn't it? You don't always clock those little things, but it's a nice build. Like again, I always really loved builds, and this was sort of my price range when I was a kid, pocket money wise. You know, we weren't dead well off or anything.
Sure.
This was a nice sort of this. You'd feel nice taking this home. It's a bit more than the sort of £5 bags, and if you can pick one of these, I always used to have to want to get something like this and a poly bag, and I'd be dead happy with that.
Yeah. You got to get that little additional guy or something.
Yeah. I always did because you're just collecting up your sort of scenes, aren't you, and stuff. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I wouldn't mind collecting it. Like, I mean, I could part a lot of this out. I have. When I was hoarding lenses for space, I've got loads that have got the Arctic stickers on. I've got loads of those orange, the orange old school space piece there with the little buggy with the Arctic logo on. I've got loads of them. Because you just accumulate them, don't you? And I haven't taken the stickers off yet. That was my original plan. So I'll just wash off the stickers when I need loads of panels for future on. But looking at this makes me want to preserve them and like keep them and sort of maybe. Yeah.
It's an interesting 6 wide. So this is a switch over. Actually, that's a good. You know what? Talking of this windscreen, now that you're bringing this windscreen up, I'm looking at this, and a lot of the vehicles in this. There's a few 4 wide ones for like the snowmobiles and stuff. But this is. I'm feeling like this might be when Lego started to switch over to the 6 wide. Look at this.
Yeah, have we trained? Yeah. This is like slugger level analysis. We've pinpointed a bit where they switched.
I think so.
You found it, bro.
They use this this windscreen in Spaceport too in a similar kind of build. Yeah.
So it's about the turn of the 2000s, generally speaking.
I think so, dude.
That's really cool. It's interesting, isn't it? Like, and in loads of ways, it's like I like both. I like this execution of the 6 wide.
Yeah, I don't hate 6 wide vehicles. Some people, they're not huge on them because it's like it pulls away from the traditional 4 wide vehicles. I love the 4 wide ones. I love how they fit nicely in the little townscapes.
That was my childhood, but
But
I do also kind of appreciate what came after a little bit as well.
Also, like, this makes a little more sense doing a different size of vehicle because they're not in the town. They're out in their own, almost their, I mean, what I considered, what was that?
Sorry, I was agreeing with you. Yeah, they're out in the wilderness, aren't they? In the unforgiving terrain.
Yeah, in what I considered their own theme, completely separate from the town. So, like, I guess that kind of makes a little more sense too if you build them in a different scale than the town vehicles. So,
yeah.
Joe Hardy says, "I really wish Lego would stop making so many brick-built animals in their new sets."
They love it, don't they?
Yeah. There's some leaked images of the Sandcrawler from The Mandalorian, and they have the Mudhorn in there. I don't know if you guys have seen it. They've seen the show, but there's a big old rhinoceros-looking furry guy for like wildebeest kind of creature in the first season. And yeah, dude, it should have been a molded creature. Yeah, it would have made the set cost another $50. But like that Mudhorn is brick built and it looks bad.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Yeah, brick built, dude. They got a couple of brick built creatures in the Smart Play Star Wars sets. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no, it's not consistent.
Back in the day, do they?
What was that?
They don't go that extra mile like they used to back in the day anymore, do they?
Sometimes, yeah. They don't like doing too many molded, larger creatures anymore. I don't know, man. I'm like, it's no consistency. Even with the creator ones, I'm like, what do we do? You'll put like a molded frog in a creator set or something. I'm
worried about this sea serpent. I reckon it's just going to be griffin shields and.
Dude, yeah, I don't know, dude. The sea serpent's kind of sketch.
I believe it when I see it. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to go the way of the Magisto gift with purchase. To be honest,
you can see it coming a mile away. It's like a slow left hook.
Hey, we get
anyway. We can hope. We've got to have faith, haven't we? But whatever, we can make them anyway.
With low expectations, we can be pleasantly surprised, I guess.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. But no, this is. I really do like this. I call the Blue Hood Russell just for laughs. That's cool. I like that. Russell.
K2 Films. Hey,
I'm glad you got this one. Welcome, K2. Nice to see you again. This is a cool one to have. I was just saying how cool this one is, and I just love that lens. I'm so glad they make this windscreen in trans normal green, trans dark green.
They do.
Love that you can spell these two with it. Tremor 6, man. Yeah, I think it was more the thing, wasn't it? This one, K2, we've just been saying. But
so I've only seen like three Tremors movies. Is there a Tremor 6 already? Is Tremor 6 in the ice? That'd be interesting. Does it take place in the Arctic? That's funny.
Tremor 6 is amazing. Oh, some old bills.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to point this out real quick on this one too. This little buggy is I was like, what is going on here? And it's obviously like it's a robot, so he's controlling with his little remote control over here. I think might be able to pack it up in the back of this one. Maybe not actually, but it's a little like arm creature. So like not creature, arm robot that can like grab these radioactive things without them getting too close, right? So that's kind of cool. And then it has the ball clip that you can swap out the attachment on the arm with. So if you wanted to have a little hand, do you see that? You can switch it out. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I just want to point that out as a fun little, like, very cool. Subtle little feature they added.
The clips the ball's just clipped on the back of the gate there. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And you can make a racing car out of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to do a race scene, just get your Arctic dragster.
Yeah, my dad used to love Formula One, and I used to make so many cars like that out of Lego when I was a kid. That's just that there is very nostalgic. Really
Tremors, Cold Day in Hell.
Okay, I'll have to watch that.
There's 7 Tremors movies, all free with ads on YouTube. I've been on a Tremors binge. Dude, the only one I really like is the one with Kevin Bacon at the beginning. Yeah. Does he come back? He might come back in some.
Maybe, it's the first one.
They got so goofy, I just couldn't do it anymore. But Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell kind of sounds good, actually. I like those really terrible movies. horror campy creature features. I'll sit down and watch one of those any day of the week, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the alt build is fine. It's not great. It's kind of bad actually. It's like a giant version of the little robot.
Yeah.
So I think they could have got more creative here. And then the race car one is probably the best out of the two, but it doesn't make any sense.
It's the best, but it's just like classic Lego racetrack mock shoved into ice for the sake of it. But still, thank you for that one, Lego.
Hey, it's better than none.
The one's a bit of a shambles, isn't it?
Better than no alt builds like today.
Better than none. They should have showed me another use for the lens, though. That would have been nice.
Yeah, that's true. So here's something I wanted to point out, though, and this actually plays into the racetrack down below, because in LEGO Racers 2, the video game, you can get this this set, those sail barge. What's this thing called? The Ice Surfer. You can get this Ice Surfer one as a race car, and you can drive it around on the racetracks. And like, there's a whole Arctic level, and you can go through and you see the little Arctic base on the hill, and like, and you can talk to little NPCs and like get little missions and stuff. It's great.
And anyway, it's that game as well.
That's in the first one. Lego Racers has Ice Planet. Yeah, Lego Racers has like Ice Planet. All the antagonists you race against are like King Kahuka and like Redbeard. I think Ironhook might be in there. You got Robin Hood.
Like a kind of Lego unlicensed in-house kind of Mario Kart sort of vibe.
It's absolutely that. You get power-ups, there's shortcuts. Like it was, we were addicted to that as kids. Like, and you could build your own race car with like classic little Lego bricks in like the building race car area, and it looked like, you know, totally trash. There's one called Joan of Cart instead of Joan of Arc, and she's just driving like a medieval like wagon through the racetrack. Like it's so good, dude.
That sounds amazing.
It's such a fun game. It's one of the best games I've ever played. And then Lego Racers 2 was almost like open world racing. You could drive around into like Lego worlds that were created and on different like islands. So there was like, you could go to Dino Island in Lego Racers 2 and like talk to Sam Sinister and like race him in his little race car.
Amazing.
Like, it was good. I love those games. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up.
No, it's good to know.
They use sand as snow in a cold day. Oh, like
so just let you know how bad it is.
That's how good the budget is. This thing needed to be more needed more basis and trash. Okay, so it does have a really good. We're getting there. We're getting there. We can move on. Good ones. Here. So here's the one we were talking about just a little bit earlier. This is the one I lost the instructions for. There was a cool like combo pack that was actually like built in. That's not this one, actually. That's wrong. It was this one. It was this one and the little terrain piece up here. You could get these two together as one set. And I didn't. No way. Yeah. And they were set in like little boxes, like in their own little frame, like with all the Arctic like graphics around them.
Before
the pop them out. Yeah. I should have included a picture of that because it's actually pretty cool. So that was like a combo pack you could get with the Arctic one. With that one. So anyway, going back to this is just what reminded me of it. And look at this little snowmobile up here. It's very similar to the one they just canceled.
Wow.
Yeah, look at this. Canceled snowmobile. It's similar. It's not the same, but
no, it's definitely got hawks to it. I really like this. This is a really cool set. This might be one of my favorite from this line.
Yeah. Someone, I think it was Archerio Lego. How do you say?
Archeolego. Just say archaeologist, but just cut off at Lego.
Archaeologist.
He can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just guessing, but I think it's cool though. It's a cool name.
We almost got 2 adventures themed Lego Island. We almost got 2 adventure themed Lego Island games. We got robbed. I didn't know that. I know that the adventures showed up in a lot of the games. Like Lego Island 2 had a bunch of Johnny Thunder in it and stuff like that. So that's a bummer. Adventurers games, Lego Adventurers games coming out before they switched everything over to the Lego Star Wars format would have been insane. That would have been so cool. They should have just given those canceled ones. Yeah, I know, dude. The canceled sets were so cool. The games and the sets, to be honest. So, and I think it was Archeo Lego also mentioned that it would have been cool to have like Johnny Thunder in Arctic or something like that in this.
Yeah.
Someone said that earlier. Oh, no, maybe it was Josh. It could have been Josh. I don't remember. It was one of you guys in the chat. Sorry, I missed the comment. But anyway, it's too far up to scroll. I can't do it. But they said something about a crossover with like Johnny Thunder in the Arctic, which they did kind of now. Modern Arctic has Johnny Thunder in it. So it's kind of cool, but it's less cool than if it had happened back then. So, exactly. Okay, you got it. Yeah, sorry. I'm just like slightly dyslexic and definitely not super good at reading in general, at least on a live stream. So thank you. Exactly like archaeology, but Lego. My channel and Instagram are all about that. Shout out. Go check out his channel and his Instagram. Give him a follow and a like.
We're going to have a check.
99. Josh says 9.999. I want more adventures. Yeah, same. I'm with you there. Josh, you mentioned the crossover. Okay, cool. Sorry. All right, not to completely derail everything. I was just, trying to communicate with you guys in the chat. Make sure you're part of the conversation here.
Oh yeah, of course.
This one's the set to get. If you don't have that like $80 or whatever it was to drop on the big base that we're going to be looking at in a second here, then this was the one, man. It was the mobile base. This set is responsible for me falling in love with the concept of like mobile bases.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of the first time I was like, oh yeah,
not the mega core. Not the mega core.
I didn't know about the mega core. To be honest, I didn't really know about the mega core at this point because I'm a little younger, so like I wasn't into Lego when mega core was on shelves. So when my grandma bought me this, I was like, I can't remember in the 2000s how old I was, but like I was 12, 13, 14. So like then I started discovering. See, we didn't have the internet really. I mean, we had like sort of, but like the Lego stuff wasn't on the internet like it is today. Like if you wanted to look at Lego on the internet, you go to lego.com in the 90s and they have like 5 images. Like not quite, but you know what I mean? So like I didn't discover M-Tron and all this stuff till I was a bit like 14, like maybe like 16. So like then I found these like booklets, right? And I was like flipping through this stuff. I'm like, it's like the most insane revelation of all time. Because I like didn't see the stuff on shelves, right? I didn't grow up with it. So I look back and see M-Tron and all these things. I'm just like, oh, this is insane. So my first exposure, though, to something more like that would be this right here, where it was like, oh, this is kind of like a cool, like they can set up and do their research and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, crazy times.
No, I suppose this appeals to you, not because obviously you're more of a base guy than a vehicle guy. I know you like vehicles, but you're definitely base orientated. So this really sort of sings to you. This is great. I mean, looking at the bottom how it opens up and stuff, it proper is like a little base in there as well. So
and I think we haven't. Cool. Oh, keep going. Here, better image of the open.
Amazing. So we can have a look.
Yeah,
it's dead cool.
So all their gear would hang up in here, right, with their packs and their hoods. They had a screen with like radar stuff. They were doing some research here. They got a little computer you can sit at. Comes in crates. You got crates of gear, oxygen tanks. Look at this, the propane tank. Or oxygen tank like clipped on the edge by the skis. And polar bears eating their supplies right here. Which is pretty funny. And this thing's pretty wide too. This is 8 wide, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's 6 on the windscreen, and then if you look, it comes out 1 more at the side.
Well, I guess technically it's 12 because there's 2 studs, right? For the fenders where the skis lie. So there's 2 of those ski pieces next to each other.
Yeah.
You see that? Here, let's see. You can see it when it's open. See them?
I can see it, yeah.
It's kind of an actually clever way to use that piece.
Yeah. Very clever.
So, Anyway, we're kind of looking at the alt build and the main build here at the same time.
It's a clever way to use it because it gives it support as well, having the double brace. It's nice that. A nice little quirk with the chain pull. And then you've got the other grapple on the front as well, so loads of play features, a nice little mobile base, nice hatch top. It's cool. This I always used, what this reminds me of. It's nothing like the set, but in terms of its playability, what was the Aquazone yellow sub that you could buy, the Neptune Discovery sub or whatever, you are middle section,
and it would open,
and you can stand in there and get in the back bit as well. I always like that for a bit of a mobile sort of base vibe. This is about that kind of, maybe a little bit bigger with the panels.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can get these panels with and without the screens in them, can't you, from different sets? Or am I imagining that? It looks to me like blue screen in these panels.
Yeah, I mean, they come in a couple of different colors. I know they come in like gray and maybe in red. I think Ogle, the Alpha team had some of these. And there's transparent red windows that snap in here. I don't know if they ever came without the window in a set. They may have always had them.
You can get transparent red windows for them.
Yeah.
Dude, Space Police 1. Yeah. I didn't even know you could get them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that a couple of the ones from Ogle's base have red windows in them.
No way.
Am I crazy? Jumping in here. Minifig Makeover, just popping in to say hi. We'll watch back after work. Love the original Arctic theme. Well, thanks for dropping in, man. Good to see you. Appreciate the views after it's posted. We really do. That's what's actually helping us get to monetization. We're getting close, actually, Jim, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
We're right there, and it's the watch time. So when you guys pop this on in the background when you're building, or like I know Andrew Auburn watches like all the shows, and like a bunch of other people. I think Glatmox, and some other guys. They actually like sit here and like listen to us just yap about Lego for an hour, like while they're doing other stuff. And
I was on it with yours and Andrew's show, hours and hours of listening. I was listening to it while I was building last night, but I can't do it the same with this. I can't listen to my own voice too much.
Yeah, you know what? Every time I listen to parts of our show, I just realize that I don't listen very well and I talk too much. So I'm trying to do better, Jim. I'm sorry.
No. I realized that very quick that wasn't a malice thing. That's just your style. Don't worry about that. Nothing to apologize for at all. You do you in exactly the way you do. It's perfect. Don't worry.
Well,
and sometimes I get excited and cut and butt in, so that's my bad as well. We've all got our furryballs, Jason. It's all good. But no, this is great. Oh, and another thing that makes this a cool base is it's hinged. You can open it.
Yeah, and the chain keeps it closed kind of well. The chain, and there's a little like one of those. You know what? What do you call this? I'm actually curious. And if I could do a poll if I could figure it out, or if I was paying for this thing. But what do you call that little piece? You see that blue angular piece with the bar along the top? And it clips down on top above the two lights that holds this thing.
Yeah, I know exactly the piece you're looking for. I was looking.
You have a name for that?
I just call it bar tile.
Okay. So me and my brother, and I don't know if this was because it was used as such in like one of the old town sets. We call it a toolbox.
Okay.
Because the little minifigs, you could have them running around holding it, and it looked like my dad was a contractor, so like it looks kind of like one of his small. You get them in red, right? A little red metal
plates, a couple of 1x2 plates underneath to make the void bigger with the tools in it. I can see that for sure. In fact, now you've said that, my M-Tron guys are getting some new toolboxes. That's a good idea, Jason.
There you go. Even just one plate below it could buff it out a bit. But
man. No, that's great. I like that. I like that a lot. That's cool. They can be like, it's one of them pieces that you've got 1,000 of, and you can just never put your hand on the coloured one that you want at the time. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Well, it's anyway. I just recalled that. I was like, me and my brother, there was a toolbox. That was
toolbox. I like that. I see that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Josh has the modern. Yeah, he got modern Johnny Thunder on my desk. He's now a pirate.
Oh yeah, he's the head of the new creative pirate ship, haven't they, for the red guy? Yeah, I saw.
I think he's the captain.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they used him for sort of Johnny Redbeard, Thunderbeard.
And we got Archeo Lego saying, "More adventures is my motto." No, I can't believe it. The guy with the Lego Johnny Thunder jungle.
I thought you looked profile.
Then he also says, "Mobile Post is to me the very best set from this theme. One of my white whales from early 2000s and late 90s. Do you have it yet, Archeo Lego? Because it's not. I don't think it's insane to get a hold of. It's like $47 used. New it's $160, which is kind of nuts. But $47 considering the original sale price for this in like 2000 was $30. It's only inflated $17, so it's not too bad. You could probably pick one up now.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was So anyway, good memories of this one. Got it for Christmas from my grandmother. She would always give me like a $20 set roughly. So I got she got me some of the best Lego sets ever made. Like, at least in my opinion. Maybe it's because I got them for...
Dude, Broadside's Brig, the Islanders Catamaran, Cannon Cove, and the list goes on, dude. I haven't got time, but yeah, dude, Nan Lego. And for some reason, you just hit better when Nan got it. I don't know why. I think I preferred playing with Lego at my Nan's because she had like more, like a big table you could build on and stuff. Like at my house, I was always in the way with me Lego unless I was in my room.
Oh, cool, yeah. No, I like that. Well, and my grandmother lived in California, so she was not normally around for Christmas, but she would ship us, me and my brother. She for years on end would ship us each around a $20 Lego set every year for Christmas. He would get some cool ones. I would get, this was one I got that weird, I can't even remember the name of it now, but it was it's the one with the arms for what's it called? Explorians, the crawler.
Oh yeah, the Scorpion Detector.
Scorpion Detector, yeah, the bit like that one with the trailer on the back, dude.
Right.
Sheriffs.
That's one of the only. That's the only set I've got boxed, sealed.
Oh really? You have it sealed? That's kind of cool. Yeah. Anyway, not to go on a tangent about Grandma Lego, but like, you know what I mean? It's like it's cool. It was fun to get these things, and it was fun because we didn't request them. She picked them out from the catalog at her home and like did a shop at home order for us. So I don't know. There's something about that. Like, I didn't pick the Arctic one. I didn't pick the ones she sent. I just got them and got to build them and experience something that maybe I wouldn't have grabbed off a shelf. So it was like a little more exposure to different things. But all the ones that I you can tell whenever we're on doing a show, I'm like, my grandma got me that one. Like, that was one my grandma got for my birthday, whatever. So those ones stuck in my brain a lot more than maybe some of the ones I bought myself.
Yeah, anyway. No, they do. They stick in there. I said the other week when we did Islanders, or was it last week? That getting that bargain bin of all those little small sets and getting all of them for like £5 because they were all struck down to 99p. I'll never forget. Literally, I'll never forget that. I'll also never forget the Sea Serpent was one. The day I had the Sea Serpent, because I was kind of like, I knew it was a bit more than what my dad wanted to spend, but I remember picking it up and doing the whole please, and he was like, yeah, just chuck it in. And then I just like sat at the back of the car just staring at it, you know.
Sometimes you gotta do it, you know.
It's great. Anyway, I digress a lot, but it's like, it's kind of looking at stuff from this classic era does feed that stuff, doesn't it? It's and I checked out a little bit by 2000, you know, teenagehood had come along, but
which is when this stuff started to show up. So, you know.
Which is why it's nice to look at this now in retrospect properly under the microscope and look at where it went. It totally hadn't fell off yet. There was some cool stuff going on, but the 6-wide thing is being born, isn't it, mate? You're right. Yeah. Definitely, this is where it's happening.
Interesting.
So, very cool set.
K2 says red windows with these blue frames and you get a Space Police bunker.
I was just saying, man, I didn't even know they did trans red visors for these. It's the first thing I do when we get off this podcast is buy a bunch of trans red visors that fit this. I've just got to figure out what the part number is and what sort of size it is. So if anyone in the chat knows the part number for the glass that goes in that door, let us know in the chat, because I'm going to...
Yeah, where's Trix Bricks, man?
I know, man. Need.
There
was some. Who else was it? There was someone just Tricks. There's a couple of other people who were good at it.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that were really good at it. Oh,
if anyone knows the partner,
we're missing Lorem today, too.
And if you're in the UK, don't go and buy any till tomorrow when I bought all of mine. I'll leave you some.
You should be able to find the part number on a Studio, probably pretty.
I'll find it. It's no big deal. I'll just put this set number in 6520.
Zapor is also listening at work right now, as well as
way to work.
K2. I was listening to last week's live earlier today. Well, yeah, again, like I said, that's pushing us towards monetizing the channel. It's the view, it's the watch time. So we really do appreciate that. That's so cool. And, you know, if you haven't subscribed or, you know, like the video, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment, keep it going. So we appreciate that, man. Never got my hands on this one till this day. Never saw one for sale. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it pops up on eBay from now on, from time to time. Yeah. RR Slugger. would know too.
Of course you
Yeah. Well, I'm beginning to think someone mentioned this. Someone dropped a comment on the last video. I think they're like, you got to have Trick Bricks as a guest on, and I'm starting to think maybe that's the only way we get him back is force him to talk to us on the actual show.
Man, like I remember that those first like the first 6 months just so hard. So I don't blame him. I think he should just do what he's doing, and he'll we all know Tricks. Lego will be on his mind, but the fam comes first. So when he's ready, I'm sure he'll be back. But yeah, it would be amazing to have him on as a guest. Why are you kidding?
He will. I mean, he'll come on if I ask him to. Yeah, he and I talk, so we'll make it happen. We haven't done the guests yet, so we're just kind of figuring that out still. Sometimes it's hard to get our butts in here and get the slides put together and make a show happen at all. So having a guest on needs to be a little more forethought put into it. And for those of you who don't know, he just had a baby, so he's very busy. I know he's still putting out a video now and then, but they're a little fewer and far between. But yeah, we know how it goes with the first 6 months of that is hectic. So,
you've got to be there, man. You've got to be there. Yeah,
no, totally. And that comes first, and we understand that. So I did want to just point out little alt bill. We didn't really talk much about it, but here it is. This little plow, a funky looking little snowmobile with a giant ski that I actually kind of like. It looks like a little grasshopper.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
And this is cool. It's like a little, little outpost up on the top here.
Yeah.
It doesn't diverge much from the original build, but I like the railing they put along the top, and it's cool. It's fun.
Cool. It's fun. Because a secondary purpose up top there as well and stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool stuff. Alt Bill's better on that one.
Yeah, totally.
This is cool, man.
Here it is, man. So I don't see a red hood in this, and maybe we will in some of the alternative pictures, but if there's no red hood in this, that's going to make this basically impossible. The canceled set at the beginning of the show. To create this character for that, if there's no red hood, which I'm not sure that there is. So that's kind of a bummer. Well, let me just check here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see one in.
Oh, there's some hoods in the base down there, but it looks like green one to me.
Yeah, green and maybe black. So
looks
that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, looks like that was different.
We're going to have to paint a hood red, I guess.
Yeah. One thing I love is that this gave us yellow stanchions, which are cool for Aquazone as well. Mm-hmm. And you could sneak one into Blacktron if you were very clever. Blacktron 1, of course. Very cool. I just love that. I love the bunker style. They're quite chunky. I know they use a lot of large pieces to get that way, but they're look quite chunky and sturdy builds. And the tower configuration above that one there, with the way that door opens, just would be so cool to incorporate this. But in its own in ice, it's very cool. Well done as well.
What's also cool going on so that door is incredible. That door is two of those things they use to make dump trucks in Lego City. It's two of those, or kind of something like that, or a reverse one. I don't know.
You've got studs on the side.
That's how it is. Yeah. And they put it on the So genius, and also it lines up so well with those space corner panels. And you can put the little. It's cool because you put the little boulder on it, and you open the door and roll it inside for them to autopsy the alien. So that's cool. I absolutely love that. It's just it draws your eye into that, you were talking about that and then the big globe on top, and really everything cool. About that is just it's very engaging.
Well done.
Yeah, really well done.
I love the fact that how they utilize the two clips on the pole section. I like this whole yellow tower on the other bit is really cool. The two little lights off to the side, and then the bit at the top with it's really well done. That is all coming from two yellow stanchions. It's it's big piece era Lego, but it's big piece era, if that makes sense. Big piece but done really well. And there's some cool colorations like yellow skis. These orange corner slopes and inverts and stuff are very cool, and like you just mentioned, those space octagonal sections in grey and light grey is cool because they can go in for other classic space factions too. Then great parts and great set designs, and nothing to hate on here really.
I don't think so. I think
towny,
I don't have any hate for this. I think that anyone looking at this would. Even today would be this is cool looking. It's got a helicopter. It's got the stretchers and stuff like that. It is the one that comes with a medic here.
Yes.
And the bummer is like, and then that is a medical helicopter, because you do get the logo from the original one, or the original canceled thing here, the logo on the side of that gray box.
Okay.
It's the same logo on the helicopter.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense to have released those other 2 sets, because like then you have more medics, right? That just goes perfectly with this base, just popping the little sledge in there with the medical supplies. Like, I don't know.
He doesn't feel the cold on his head, apparently. He just wears baseball caps. So. I love how in the picture the medic's in the stretcher as well at the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, is this what Sea Sprint 9 popped in for a second? Is that Kenny?
They killed Kenny.
Is that Kenny? Is that his name officially? I don't know.
It's Sam Hood's in it.
Probably the polar bear.
That bottom right-hand picture reads to me like he's doing like how to position yourself on a stretcher video for instructional use, because he's the medic.
It's the instructional video.
It's just something a bit comical about those 2 little images at the bottom for me.
I do like the, like you were talking about, the yellow stanchion with the, look at the top of that with the big sensor array on the top. Looks so cool.
Yeah,
it really is.
With the lights and the speakers at the top, or whatever, the sensor arrays, whatever they are.
Yeah, I also like that these are light gray panels with blue windows, so you get both in this theme. And this was kind of I believe this was introduced in this theme alongside Alpha Team.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Alpha Team, I think it was the same year. So this panel piece was a new part they were kind of putting into a few sets. But you get blue and gray in this, so that's pretty cool.
Is the yellow and black stripe printed or sticker on those panels? Because if not, the stickers, that means they're Unitron compatible. Technically.
Yeah, you could totally use that for Unitron. You could use that for some of the classic space too, because there's a lot of blue in classic space. So getting some base builds or something like that in those. And I like even the entryway, there's not a door, it's a hatch for this lower portion, which I think is the med bay. So we can pop over to the other picture and get a look at this. We have let's check this out. Archeo Lego says the short amount of special molds and pieces still allowed in 90s, early 2000s. Lego really supported all builds. We don't need the set to be designed for that, like the Creator 3-in-1 for today's age. Yeah, you can see that. Like, they're really just pretty sparse, but they're doing what they can. Just it's again the alt builds. Here's another alt build, right? The little racetrack stuff. It was just inspirational. That's all it was for. We've looked at some alt builds that look like official sets, even from back in the 90s. But like you're saying, it isn't. They were never considering necessarily the alt build when they designed the original set. With a Creator set now, the Creator 3-in-1, which is its own theme now, I'm pretty sure they're really kind of playing with ideas for the 3 main builds, and then kind of putting in parts that are going to help with those. Like it's this whole thing now. So that's like the big feature of a Creator set now. So that's a good point. Sorry you're late, bro. Profit
of beans. 6781 is the important bit there. That sounds like a Lego set.
You gotta keep the bean profits. Keep them around. What up, all says
was it Larry David who says that, isn't it? It's all about the beans.
All about the beans.
What up, yo? What up, Lauren? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Nice.
We've
got some Arctic going on, mate. We've got some serious Arctic basage.
We got some Arctic basage.
Speaking of which,
so this is the med bay. You can see up in the top. You slide the little stretcher in there. Yeah, you can see him bringing him in here too. It almost looks like there's sort of an access on the other side there, but I don't think it is.
Boulder there, aren't there? Potentially.
Yeah. Anyway,
really cool.
You can see some more features of the base here. They're pulling scorpion transparent creatures out of these.
Yeah. I quite like this alternate vehicle here with the stanchions on the back that he's winching up on. Quite like that as well. That's pretty
cool. You also wonder, like,
a bit spacey.
if I guess this is not an alt build on the corner of the box. That's just a corner of the base. Okay, so the only alt build shown here is just this vehicle.
Yeah,
which is kind of interesting.
So honestly, the big long one is the main base, but all those halves. So basically, it's quite modular, isn't it?
Yeah, big time
together, all down the middle in a long line, which is good. That's peak Lego stuff. This is all Lego's doing a lot of the right stuff with this. This is like you're getting a lot of stuff right here, aren't they?
Yeah. So totally leaning into that, you see, this is what you can display it in one long base and look. And if you flip it around, it looks pretty cool because it's all the paneling. You can display it like this, where it's stuck together and closed, right?
Dude, I'm so tempted to buy this.
And then you can display it, as two separate kind of bases with stuff going on, if you want to do that. And then when you bring in the mobile base next to it, it looks really great. And you can kind of have this parked outside or even opened up next to it like this. So really a very nicely detailed, fleshed out theme.
Really cool.
Fleshed out, I should say, not flushed out.
Very, very cool, man.
Yeah, primed for the thing. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is inspired by the thing. And this is the main base where you got the ice encased alien just sitting there waiting to jump out and start going crazy. Lego would avoid bunkers due to their military association, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know what they're up to. They've done some like compounds and military compounds from like Marvel movies and stuff like that. I don't think they care that much anymore. I think it's just more of a high horse they sit on. Let's see what else.
Virtue signaling Lego.
Chris Jones says, were all these sets released in 2000? They were. It was a wave. I don't know if they were released at different times during 2000. That's why I was thinking about this one. It felt like it came later to me. Like I saw the main release and then maybe later in the year this one dropped. I can't confirm that. That's just my brain thinking that's how I perceived it. But they are all, as far as I can tell, it says 2000 on most of these, except for now I'm looking at it. What does this say? What's the 2001? Oh, that's when it was discontinued. January 2000 to 31st of December 2001. So a year and 11 months. Launch exit. Okay, so that's so they're all discontinued roughly at the same time, and they all came out in January of 2000. Hey, I'm gonna pull this up. Let's find out when that other one came out. I don't know why. I think since January 1st. I don't know. Yeah, no, they all came out at the exact same time. So there you go. I was wrong. Cool. It's just something in my brain. Maybe it was just the way it was positioned on the catalog or something.
No, it's a nice finale to the wave. It's I've got nothing but nice things to say about this. You kind of want it.
Yeah, you want you're tempted.
Would be nice to take that base design and get it. I might try and base my Unitron base on this. Is what I've been thinking a lot. I might make this and recolor it Unitron because you've got the blue and just maybe add a bit more black, and take the yellow away. But it's very cool, and bring the trans neon green in as well. Yeah, very cool stuff.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We got Arctic was designed in 1998 and released in 2000, so that's cool. So they were like, developing the molds and stuff, which makes sense, right? They're always a couple of years ahead trying to do that. Joe Hardy says he looked up the hood on Bricklink. They do not have it in red on there. I was hoping maybe like a CMF, had gotten a red one that we could make that. So, nope. Unfortunately, not. K2 loves the bunker design of these. We need more bunker style buildings. Prophet of Beans says, I agree, more bunkers. Bunkers work well with Lego, but it does seem they like to avoid them. And then we kind of got that answer there.
They do work really well though.
Yeah, it's just I mean, there is a military-esque aspect to bunkers, but Lego's not too concerned about having something that's military adjacent. I think the days of everyone like losing their minds if Lego accidentally makes an airplane that is also licensed by a military thing. I don't know if this might be over just due to the sheer amount of licensed products and like the the global reach of Lego's like designs now. I think they're more interested in this than appeasing a special interest group. But we'll see. I mean, it seems like there's a little bit of a shift more recently where they just don't care about their, what their self-imposed Lego values that they now that the adults welcome thing, right? So like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already they are
compromised our morals, and
well, they have, because I mean, and personally, I think that's fine. I never.
No, I'm not bothered, not at all. But it's just interesting. I always like people who stick by, if people are about something and stick by it. But then again, business is business. You've got to move at the times. It's just you just know what's going on, don't you? We don't have to go there, do we?
Well, yeah. I mean, and Lego has now promoted a ton of. And created sets that are pretty heavily like influenced by adult content. I mean, they're doing a bunch of like adult content song album covers coming out soon, right? That's it's definitely not family friendly stuff. The songs that they're making these albums for and things like that, right? And there's other things that are like bordering on like M-rated video games and R-rated content. I think they're coming out with some stuff that's actually based on R-rated stuff. So because of the adults welcome, now they've opened that door because, again, money. So Chris Jones says a bunker is no more military than a castle, though, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Yeah, but Lego used to, and again, we're just talking right now about how they're sort of like distancing themselves a little bit from their original disdain of military topics. Lego was all about the time. When did the thing come out? Because they were fine making a flintlock musket and a lever action Wild West rifle and a 6-shooter and all these things, but they swore they would never make a modern gun. They're fine making blasters from Star Wars sci-fi weapons, but they'd never do AR-15s or handguns or Desert Eagles or anything that military currently use. Kind of fell apart when they did the Tommy gun and the gangster guns from like Batman and people. They had these people running around with the little machine guns and things like that. I'm like, this is a pretty.
When they do it with a license theme, though, they feel as though they're locked behind it. Well, it's Batman or whatever, but technically, you're right. They still did go back on it. So anyway,
it's we have a thing it's the heart of it versus the letter. Are you following the letter of it or the heart of it? The letter of it would be like, we made ourselves these rules and we're going to stick to them regardless of how stupid it is. The heart of it is, look, it doesn't matter that much as long as we're doing this for the right reason. For instance, they put a Gatling gun on the Lone Ranger Lego set. In the movie, the Gatling gun is literally to commit genocide against Native Americans on screen. It happens on screen in that movie. So, but they put that in a Lego set, but they won't put a handgun that looks too realistic in one of their police sets. That's a good example of them saying, well, the letter, we swore we'd never do modern weapons. We're fine building a machine gun that kills a bunch of Native Americans in our set, but we're never going to arm the police in Lego City. Okay, what are we talking about? So that's kind of a wacky example of what Lego does. So
it's interesting. They're motivated.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised they licensed the Lone Ranger at all. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's one of the most violent.
I've not, but I understand what I've watched the reviews and stuff. I know what it's about. I've not watched the whole thing through. But
it's not a tame movie by any means. There's a ton of on-screen death. It's a very gritty PG-13 movie. There's some grisly stuff in that movie. It's surprising how intense it is for a PG-13 rating. I
can believe it.
But anyway. I like it. I think it's fun. It's Pirates of the Caribbean meets the Wild West. It's a goofy, crazy movie, but it's definitely not for kids. I mean, what the hell? No. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna read a couple of comments. I'm gonna pull up a mock. I did do a very, 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 very small little quick mock. I did a while ago. Amazing. We're gonna pop that on screen. We're gonna talk about that for a few minutes, then we're gonna wrap it up here.
Awesome.
So let's do that. Actually, let me pull comments. Do you want to read a couple of these while I grab?
Yeah, go for it. Pull them up, mate. I'll read them off.
Let's see.
K2 Film says, I think the no military rule only applies to original themes, modern settings. And I say they don't seem to be bothered about it within the license realm. So you're kind of right on that one, K2. I think the I don't think they know what their rules are. I wouldn't want full-blown war, but I like that cheeky Lego take to things. Would love a Fallout kind of theme from. Totally know what you mean, Josh. That cheeky little rose-tinted thing they've always had, like the pirates and the islanders and stuff. Like, come on, there's no harm, no foul. It's just what it is. What it is. And Lauren, you've got the bunker parts in red from Ogle's Base. I think I've got one or two in red, but I was put something in.
Ask him. Well, I can ask him, Lauren. Do those windows come in red in those red panels? I could swear that the little window pieces are transparent red. If so, that would like make Jim's day.
It really would.
Let us know in the comments real quick.
The yellow mast is pretty cool, says Crusader. I was saying that before. It's so well done. Those little hinges on the side and the spiraling bit and the way there's like a yellow tube connection at the top. And then all that on two yellow stanchions. It's dead cool. Really cool. Josh Greathouse says, give us Lego Doom. We need the Doom guy in Lego for reasons. And yeah, Lego Doom would be funny, man. Lego Doom would be pretty ace. Lego Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Mid 2010s was most lax with that rule. Pharaoh's Quest and Monster Fighters had tons of guns and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, they were still using the molds of like the Wild West guns, though. Oh no, they did have a newer gun in Monster Fighters, but it was like a blunderbuss. Like Monster Fighters setting, again, they play with the context. That's what matters to them more than what's being depicted, right? So the context was that these are sci-fi monster hunter guns with like big barrels, almost like blunderbuss style barrels with attachments that were made specifically to hunt down non-human creatures and things like that. So they still played around. And then Pharaoh's Quest, they were armed with like, revolvers and almost Wild West style weapons, I believe. I don't remember any super modern looking weapons in that. But they're not, again, they're like, we're against war and violence and weapons, but they put war and violence and weapons in all their things as long as it's in some context that they can stomach. Meanwhile, we're out here, we don't give a crap. We don't care. Do whatever you want. We like it all, really. But like, Indiana Jones is incredibly violent. I remember being kind of disturbed watching those. Like when I was younger, I was like, "Geez, what? These are PG."
The crocodile. K2 Films on point. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay, Lego.
Jurassic Park. A lot of people getting ripped up and eaten in those. Yeah.
Yeah. But they roll that one out like it's some game. Dinosaur.
Yeah.
There's 7 arm and
Well,
the one with the set
there's a lot more.
That's the Indoraptor.
Oh, they put the severed arm in the set?
Yeah, that's what K2 says. That's either the original Mr. whatever his name is, Samuel Jackson's character, or potentially the guy in the cage with the Indoraptor in the newer one. But yeah, that's wild if they did, K2. That's wild.
That's crazy. I didn't realize they had it in the set. Also, is it like a skeleton arm, like hanging onto something? Maybe. There's the Jurassic Park 2. I think is that the one where the T-Rex comes to like Los Angeles or something.
Yeah.
There's kind of a lot of gore in that one. There's people getting like eaten on the ship, and there's like arms like hanging on things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that gets kind of crazy. So here's
I always wondered about that scene. How did the T-Rex get into the crew bunker? His tiny arms.
Yeah, that's a good question. But
this is from your split. You did a mini split combo pack, and this was the Arctic chapter in it, wasn't it? I remember. Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Yeah. So this was the. I did a little. I was talking to somebody. Someone was messaging me. It might have been Andrew Auburn. He's a big. I know he doesn't pop into the show much because he's working, but he's a big Arctic guy. He really likes the Arctic stuff, and I think he was talking about like, Arctic should have like, more water because it's in the Arctic. Yeah. They don't have, none of the sets we just looked at have anything to do with water, except maybe the little sail one where it skis along the ice, but everything else. So it's like, that'd be cool, like a little Arctic kayak. Now this isn't a kayak, I guess, because I put 2 oars in it, so it's a little rowboat. But I intended it to look like a kayak. They didn't have Lego kayak oars back then.
No, that's okay. It's cool, man. I really like it.
So,
on point for the time, very classic, consistent, and just using those classic parts. So glad they've got that inverted wedge ship hull bit in orange because it comes in for Lavatron that I do in orange as well. But so glad that they've got that, and so glad that you chose that one because it's that is the sort of vintage one. That's the one that really sings of old school. Yeah, and I think you've done good with this one, and it's like I like how you double layered the ice, so dead really obviously lifted from that polybag set, but then you've toyed with it a bit more and expanded the idea. Yeah, you've done kind of what you always set out to do with this vintage stuff, but this is like that nicely refined to a little Arctic set. Yeah, it's quite charming, really.
Thanks.
Dolphin on there as well.
Yeah, you little dolphin. I don't know. I don't think dolphins necessarily live in the Arctic, but I was kind of thinking like, what would it represent? Like a killer whale or something like that. They're all out there, like the
orcas. Yeah,
orcas. That's the word. They didn't have an orca, obviously, mold back then. So, no, I don't think it is. Josh, no, it's under 100 pieces. I think it's closer to like 58 or something like that. So yeah, and then more terrain sets. I would buy more terrain small sets. The terrain. Thanks. Yeah. The terrain is amazing for how little pieces it is. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Archeo Lego. Beautiful. Perfect. Yeah. And then we got K2 films. We definitely needed more terrain. Side builds like this one. Because they just had the one. This is like an expanded version of the one terrain piece they had. I had a couple other really fun ideas for like more terrain and like more like exploration into like the ice and stuff like that, like drilling and core samples and things like that. And I had a couple ideas, to do, and maybe I will. We can do more Arctic. There's a lot of mocking potential, especially for something around the water. I know that there's a lot of ice out there, but there's water too. And the more recent Arctic, offerings with Lego Arctic City or Lego City Arctic stuff does focus a lot around the water with the big ships and things.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So,
it does. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do a pretty cool like base similar to this one, but maybe with some more water kind of featured, maybe
like on a rig or something.
Or supply, like a rig or a rig. Ooh, I like that, an ice rig above the ice, maybe almost like an oil rig style build, but it's like in the Arctic and it's like a research rig, dude. Research rig. I need to
because those stanchions, as the newer part, the high girder. Those are in yellow as well. You can get them in yellow. So there's loads of cool stuff you can do, and that whole thing you do specifically where you angle the lattice support to the side of those quarter panels. There's you could really get because the bunker design in Arctic is very original to Arctic, but it's also very very heavily nods to space because of the parts. I always find it very interchangeable. Hence why I think I need to make a Unitron version of that base. That's the next job when this behemoth's finished behind me. Great, good work, Jason. This is a good little mock, and it's a good pot. It's a bit bigger than a poly bag, but about that sort of cheap range. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, man. I built it in like 20 minutes or something. It's not a ton of work into it. It is made to mirror the Arctic sets and to go with them if you wanted a little boat. But nothing crazy. So I usually like to try and display more monks, if we can, more of our own work in these shows. But sometimes, it's just too much going on and we only have so much we can do. But we're gonna need a bigger boat. So Archeo Lego can be difficult to make small sets interesting. This looks great. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. Limited parts and things like that. It can be tricky to make something fun and engaging for sure.
Very true.
What's one other one here? Let's see. Someone said something kind of. Oh yeah, Lego going to make this a gift, a GW3 after you drop $500. It's just Josh.
Sure.
And then we got. Do you think Lego would ever make an oil rig set? Asks K2. I don't think they would now. They did.
They
did one. So there's two 3 official oil rig style Lego sets that I can think of off the very top of my head. There's one that's really old. I don't think it has any minifigs. It's from like way back when they were doing like a little like factories and wacky town stuff, like way back, like 70s or something. I think it's like a little oil rig that you can build. There's an alt build to one of the, I think it's the racetrack, the town racetrack, maybe. I don't remember, but there's an alt build where they do an octane, like a full on. I think it's either shell or octane. It's like, I think it's shell. It's a big oil rig. That's the alt build on the back of the box, and it looks incredible. It's to the point where like I'd almost buy the set to build the oil rig because it's so cool looking. So I'd have to dig that one up. I unfortunately don't know the name of the set. The only other oil rig they did was from, as far as I remember, there could be other little ones sneaking in, but from the movie Cars, they did right. There's an oil rig in like Cars 2 or whatever, and they did a set for that. And so it's a big Lego oil rig, but it comes with all the goofy little cars from the movie. So they have done them in the past. They would not do them again, I don't think. Not in today's climate. I don't think that's going to happen.
No. Not quite.
Yeah, so yeah, they would do a war scene before they did an oil rig. Well, I mean, if we're doing it correctly, right? I mean, like we're gonna do the war over the oil rig, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
And that's
too many jokes. That's
cool. We don't want to get.
We did politics last week with those.
Yeah, that's true.
Those liars, allegedly. Yeah, we're chilling on Arctic. No, I enjoyed that. That's good.
Yeah, there it is.
Inspiration town. Who would have thought it? Great stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, Orange Bricks. Today's climate, pun intended. As soon as I said it, I was like, that actually works pretty well. I wasn't premeditating saying that, but like when I said it, I was like, all right, yeah. Yes. Good to see you in here, man. I'm happy to see you. Didn't we I believe we had George on as a guest at least once on our old show.
You did, yeah. It was a really good show. Showcasing really cool a few of his builds and stuff. And
he did a lot of Maine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he does some really cool mocks about Maine. Go follow his page. And actually, I'm going to give him a shout out for he does custom Lego kits. I don't know if he's got any available right now, but there's like a lobster and like a little building, I think.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Fishing boat or something. You can buy them. They're like actual little kits that you can buy from Orange Bricks. And he'll ship it to you and you build his little mock. And I always wanted to do that, and maybe at some point I'll get to the point where I can do that as well. But shout out, man. Go check him out, see if he's got any available, and follow his page on Instagram. Cheers from Brazil. Love the show. Thank you. Thanks for joining. That's about it. Sorry, Chris, I don't remember the date for the GWP Serpent, but I think it's coming towards the end of this year. So I think it will be this year. So
keep your hopes low, but keep the faith high.
There you go. Good to see you, Orange. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. One more. People are popping off in the comments now. They're trying to keep us.
Orange just stood everyone up.
As soon as we're trying to leave, they're like, "Hey, wait, talk to us more." Speaking of Maine, the next PD Brickling Design Program is in October and has a cool fishing village. Yeah, that was the one. Cool. Entire line. I don't know if you saw it yet. If you didn't, go check it out. It's the one I thought was probably the coolest one. It's a whole like a whole wharf with a lighthouse and like a little bridge, and it's all up on the pilings. It's a whole fishing town as one Lego set. It's super good.
Wow.
So take a look at that. All right, we're gonna go back to this just to see it one more time. One of the last times Lego was doing cool poster art with all kinds of crevasses and crazy things happening. People going across on zip lines, and it's a good time. So take that in as we roll out. And
soak it in.
Have a good one, guys. Oh no. Hello, everyone. Well, Governor Broadside, we're out. If you want to watch it back, though, it helps us with our watch time. We're trying to monetize the channel. So give it a like, give it a follow. Thanks for jumping in towards the end here, bud. It's good to have you, and we will see you all next week with another episode of Brickstop Live. Take it easy.